We're back with more on the WHHI News. Once again, 14th Circuit Solicitor Duffie Stone. This time we're going to look at a gang racketeering bill. I think there's more than one circulating. Where are we currently as far as having any kind of thing on the books for laws against gang racketeering?
Well, we've got a number of them circulating, but I think we've narrowed it down now to one. It's Senate Bill S-76. That is sponsored by Senator Greg Hembry out of Horry County. Senator Hembry and I were prosecutors together back in 1989, so I've known Greg for a long time. I think that for the first time I'm actually seeing movement in this type of legislation. The point behind this organized crime bill is to allow prosecutors and law enforcement to stop organized crime. So what falls under organized crime? Street gangs, obviously, is one of those issues. If you look at, if you're hearing about drive-by shootings, whether those shootings are going on in a car or in a house, that's more likely than not gang activity. There's one group of people that are mad at another group of people and are shooting at them. And you see that back and forth. You see a lot of retaliation, and you see innocent people getting killed in the middle of that. So you have the street gang activity. You have human trafficking. Yeah. If you think in terms of what it would take in order to effectuate human trafficking, whether that's sex trafficking or labor trafficking, it's logistics. You have to have the advertisement, you have to have the facilities, you have to have the transportation, and all of that is going to take more than one person.
It's a network of people.
That's
and
correct.
This bill, if I'm correct, right, will allow you not just to go after one person,
right,
but the leader or the other people involved with that entity.
Go back all the way to the John Gotti era in New York.
I mean, that's why we have the racketeering bill.
It's the same thing.
Right.
And in fact, the person, Blakely, who is now a professor, wrote the original RICO Act for the federal government. His son, who is a federal judge now, wrote the state one for Illinois, and that has been sort of the one. There are now 33 states that have state RICO Acts or organized crime acts. So, but it's, again, in order to eliminate this type of thing, just going back to Gotti, you're talking about taking out the mob. You have to do it as one group. You can't piecemeal it. If you just take one member out, by the time they get to bond court, they're replaced. So it's not, in order to really get to organized crime, you're going to have to take out the whole mechanism.
So where is this at now? It's gone to...
It's passed Senate subcommittee. It passed the Senate Judiciary, which are the two major hurdles in the Senate, now goes to the Senate floor. This bill did not pass, or a similar bill did not pass last year. We had a senator who was against it from Hartsville, and he stopped it. He killed it last year. He did not get reelected, so we like our chances a little bit better this year.
Now, currently, because the current gang statute here is like 5-year penalties for someone enticing someone to get, you may have mentioned this, get into a gang, and 5-year penalty for keeping them from leaving. But that's all we have, right?
Which I don't believe has ever been used.
Oh, really?
No, because it's a statute. First of all, the penalty is not very severe. Most of this bill that's pending, the sentence ranges from 5 to 20 years, depending upon the activity. It's something that, in some cases, can actually be stacked on other penalties. It's substantial. A 5-year felony for enticing somebody to get into a gang, or a 5-year felony for keeping them from leaving a gang, is not very effective. It is not very impactful, I don't think.
Also, with this bill, you can try everybody in one fell swoop, correct?
And you have to.
Okay, I didn't know that.
If you don't try them, if at least you don't prosecute them as a group, and there may be situations where you take 2 or 3 at a time. But if you don't do that as a whole group, in other words, law enforcement rounds them up as a group, they get prosecuted as a group, then again, you're going to have a piecemeal approach, and you're going to have those gang members replaced by the time you prosecute one.
Well, you'll come back and let us know how this go around, right?
I will, and I'm optimistic this year. I hope this thing gets passed.
Well, best of luck. Duffie Stone, thank you so much. 14th
Thank
Circuit
you.
Solicitor. We will be back with some ideas on what you can do this upcoming weekend. Don't go away.